Hello and welcome to Sky World. Cheslin Kolbe is a man with unwavering faith, and it certainly came in handy during those agonizing minutes in the closing stages of the World Cup final at Stade de France in Paris. The Bach superstar, who was shown a yellow card for a deliberate knock-on in the 73rd minute against the All Blacks, could barely watch as his teammates hung on grimly to secure a 12-11 win while he was sitting on the sidelines. Cameras spotted the 30-year-old pulling his jersey over his head, and he eventually turned his back on the action as it all became a bit too much for him. Receiving a yellow card in the World Cup final is disappointing, Kolbe told reporters during a visit to Kryfontein in Cape Town where he grew up. I was more disappointed because I let the whole nation down. I let my teammates down at the time. Looking up at the clock knowing that I was not going back on the field, I just went and sat on the chair. I pulled the jersey over my head and I was crying and praying at the same time. I was asking God that if this was meant for us, He would pull us through in the end. I think that was God's plan for me and His calling for me, which was not to finish the game even though I would have loved to. I think His calling for me was to go out for the last 8 to 10 minutes. I firmly believe that was where God wanted me to be at that stage. To be honest with you, I didn't hear the final whistle blow. One of the management staff came up to me and pulled me, and that's when I knew we won the World Cup and we were taking gold back to South Africa. It was a moment of complete relief. We know what the victory does and how it unites our country and how important the victory would be for South Africa. It brings people together. I think that is what we need, and hopefully we can continue with that and it doesn't die out. Kolbe was accompanied by his wife Layla as he visited 2 schools in his hometown, one of which was his alma mater, Simmonsburg Primary. The special bond between the two was there for all to see as they inspired the next generation, and Kolbe believes family played a huge role in the Springboks' success in France and even in Japan 4 years earlier. The first thing they, Jacques Nienaber and Rassi Erasmus, said was that the culture needs to change, and they created an environment where it doesn't matter where you come from, Kolbe explained. You can be yourself and others can learn from you as well. I think the defining point in both World Cups and the reason why we won was because they opened the Springbok